Awesome, welcome. This video is all about how to navigate our Google Classrooms. So right now I'm showing off one of our 8th grade math Google Classrooms. Shout out to Ms. Belt for having this ready to go for me to borrow. So when you click on a Google Classroom from the main screen at classroom.google.com, when you click on a Google Classroom, it'll take you to this landing page called the stream. Different teachers do use the stream in different ways. So it looks like Ms. Belts has used it for some announcements. If you need some more help with translations or you missed class on that Thursday, she has some videos here to help you along with her slides for that day. Again, different teachers do use the stream in different ways. What's most helpful for you to do is click on classwork once you go to the Google Classroom. Now, we have tried to streamline our Google Classroom setup across the school, so you should see this format in all of your students' classes. If you don't see it though, please just reach out to your student's teacher. Politely just ask them, hey, I noticed that the format here is a little bit different, and they can make adjustments to help it match this format as well. There's obviously a lot of things that we are trying to do to streamline things across the school. Every once in a while, something slips through that doesn't match that formatting. So just helpfully point it out, and that will allow us to make adjustments as needed. But the streamlined format includes having important materials at the very top. These are important materials that apply to all of the quarters. Your students are going to use it very frequently. Ms. Belts currently has the grading policy up there and the daily schedule for her students. This could also be a place where a teacher has a Google form where a student could submit questions they have. They might have a quarterly vocab document where all the vocabulary words they've learned that quarter are pinned at the top of their classwork section. Beneath the important materials, you will see the different weeks of the school year. We're in just the 3rd week of school, so you can see Ms. Belts has 3 different weeks here. And she has the assignments titled along with the day of the week. The day of the week might be behind it, might be in front of it, but it'll be somewhere there. So that way it's easy to navigate both by the name of the assignment as well as the day of the week. So I'm not going to click on any of these on her Google Classroom because then we're going to see some students like private work because I'm navigating this as a teacher, and when you log in as your student, you're only going to see it in student view. Those views are pretty similar, but there are a few differences. So let me switch over here, and I'm going to screen share this for you. So here's 2 tips for you. When you log in as a student, you're going to see a button on the classwork tab that says View Your Work. Now you can click on that, and a list of all the assignments from that class are going to show up on the screen. This is a pretty overwhelming view as the year goes on, and there's more assignments listed. But it's also pretty nice because it lists whether or not it's been turned in, whether or not it's missing. It says the grade that your student has, and it puts all that in one place for you so you can just look at everything for that class at once. Another tip to use when navigating the classwork section as a parent or a supportive family member is the color coding. So you'll notice that this screenshot here, this Google Classroom appears to have a blue theme. If we were to go back to Ms. Belts, you notice she also has a blue theme. Now, when your student is completing these assignments, these little circles next to them are going to change from blue to gray. And if it's gray, that means that your student has already submitted or has opened or has interacted with that assignment. There are a few small tweaks to that don't necessarily apply. For example, under important materials, this icon here, it means there's nothing for your student to do with this. There's nothing they need to do on the grading policy, nothing they need to do on the schedule. The icon kind of looks like a book, like a bookmark. That's just a material for them to interact with. Every once in a while, you'll see, looks like on Thursday and on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday of that week, Miss Belts didn't have an assignment on Google Classroom. Maybe it was on paper, maybe it was some group work, maybe it was on Khan Academy or IXL. So these are just materials. If your student has opened the material, it'll turn gray, but in general, that little book icon with the bookmark, your student isn't doing anything with it necessarily. This icon, though, that looks like a little clipboard, that's an assignment. That's something your student should have done. So when they've completed their checklist work on Friday, that would be grayed out for them. So that color coding is just a really extra helpful tip to help you navigate that space.